if you have a nighttime job in this city, it is very easy to develop what I would describe as an itsy bitsy teeny weeny coke and Adderall problem. And this one particular night, I did a bunch of lines with and slept with a man named Alexander, and I'm leaving. And my heart is beating so fast that the air begins to feel heavy around me, and I'm like, oh shit, am I dying? And like a person, other than myself at this moment in the story might have been like, I should go to the hospital. But I went to public school in Indiana, and so my understanding was that if I went to the hospital, I would immediately be rushed to jail. And I'm not against going to jail, but I had a pretty packed schedule. I was actively getting divorced. So I was like, okay, we don't have time to do that right now. So I did what any reasonable person would do. I went to reddit.com and I typed in, I did too much cocaine, what do I do, right? And and one of the results that came up is it said I could do physical activity to trick my body into thinking that cardio is what had made my heart rate fast. And that it would go down and I wouldn't die. So just imagine me in like a mini skirt, heels higher than this, just running down Milwaukee Avenue at 4:30 in the morning. Full sprint. I can only imagine the people still awake looking out the window, what they were thinking. They must have been like, what is this girl running from? Myself! Mental emotional state was sort of like Michael Caine in the final scene of Future in A Muppet's Christmas Carol, right? It was like, please, spirit! I will remove the white menace. I will cut off the fuck bays of the past, the present, and the future. I will not forget the lessons this bender has taught me. It is at this moment that I catch my toe on a crack in the sidewalk and I fall down and hit the ground so hard that I remember that when I was in college, I studied abroad in London, and I got, at one point during the trip, what I would describe as a yeasty beastie I now know was probably bacterial vaginosis, because as you already know, I am prone to that. And I'm in the grocery store, I'm looking for Monistat. I'm realizing that in the UK, you cannot buy Monistat over the counter. You have to go to a doctor's office. And I'm very prideful. I'm not going to a doctor's office for something I should be able to buy at the store. And so I pull up my phone, I look up what remedies can I do at home. And one of the remedies, it said that I could just put a clove of garlic into my box and it would fix it. But I told you about the green beans in the microwave. I wasn't really a cook, so I unfortunately thought a clove was the whole thing. So there I am, 21 years old in the bathroom, just shucking and popping, shucking and popping, shucking and popping, shucking and popping. Thinking to myself, this feels like too much. Shucking and popping, shucking and popping. And I'm very proud to tell you, I did not have to go to the doctor's office that day, because I did have to go to the emergency room. I did. So I'm like laying on the ground, 4:45 a.m., remembering this. I'm laughing so hard that my heart rate, eventually goes down, and I do not die from cocaine, and I've never done it since. You can give it up for that. Pretty cool, yeah. I did, however, hang out with that guy 3 more times, because it turns out the only thing harder to quit than actual narcotics is medium ugly dudes with garden apartments. Yeah.